Hi everyone, Mckaiser Dragon here, and today we have a different video. We're just going to be talking about stuff that's going on in the gaming aspect. At least what I've been observing. Not everything, but yeah. So let's start with Starfield. Starfield released. Some people bought what was the early edition, so they got to play early, and people are pretty disappointed. I would say, like, overall, I'm from what I've seen and what I'm turning this down a little bit, and what I've been hearing about, definitely did better than Cyberpunk, but it's still not super great. It's like a mediocre game. It's like 5 out of 10 from what I've been hearing. And then we have on the other side, this is like a, you know, PC console game, right? And let's go on to the mobile side. We got Mythical Champions and Raid Shadow Legends, which is stirring up a lot of drama around this because we all know Raid Shadow Legends is a pay-to-win game, and this will make it even more pay-to-win, or at least that's what we think. From what we have seen of the footage that they have given us, it seems very, very, and what they told us, it seems very, very pay-to-win. And as we see, both sides of the fence, mobile games, console PC games, they're not. It's to me, it's going downhill. Like, it's been going downhill. Not a very fast rate, but it's been going downhill. There's less and less games that are either complete, and the free games that are pay to win are getting more and more pay to win, and they're finding new and interesting ways to have people interested in spending their money. And then later down the road they just keep ramping it up, and then when people quit, they either make a new one, or they find a way to, I don't know. And my complaint with all this, I'm just gonna put a YouTube video about one of my YouTube videos up in the background, because I don't feel like playing a game while trying to talk about this. Is that there are a lot of different takes. I know another take is like, as long as you get your money's worth, as long as you value your time as $1 an hour, you can get your money back. Or the other take of, oh, just play a different game if you don't like this one. And those are kind of fine to have, but they kind of undermine, people that are trying to get as much out of. I would say they're trying to get like $10 worth per hour rather than just one. Like, why? And that also brings me to like a question of, why are we putting our time at $1 an hour? We should honestly have it at what the minimum wage is, which is like, I know in my area, like $15 an hour. It depends on which country you're into, but I know it's it sucks because I know, and I have like I have like my own personal take on that type of subject, which is like, which I kind of said earlier, like, I'm trying to get as much content from this game, or from these types of games, or from any game. I'm trying to get as much content from this game, or why do I keep saying this? From any game, rather than just oh, I value my time at $1 an hour, and as long as I get like what you pay $70, 70 hours. Sometimes those 70 hours aren't so great. Like it's like I want to be sucked into the game and not be reminded of the real world. Also, we'll bring up one more point, which is like, actually, there's gonna be a lot more points, but I don't know. The he, her, they slash them. Honestly, in my opinion, as long as they don't take it too far and they only leave it to 3 options, I don't really care. Sometimes I don't want to be a guy or a girl. Sometimes I just want to be an it. To me, that's perfectly fine. It's when they're like, they put the slash non-binary. I'm just like, what the? To me, that's a bit pushing it. And I saw that in Baldur's Gate 3. I know it's in Starfield a little bit. But does it really affect the gameplay? Pretty much a no. Like, they're there to guide you on a story, not. And even though your character is there, they don't truly look at your character like that. It's kind of weird. But going back to like trying to maximize how much you get from your games, it sucks when the game is like 5 out of 10 and below. Even to some people, 6 out of 10 is not good enough. It has to be like 7, 8 out of 10 or higher. And I know from my personal experience with games, like, and I've been playing games for a long time, like over 20 years now. Back then, there, like, if you look back in the past, there are terrible games, but there are also some amazing games that even to this day people still love, right? It's just that I don't know. I feel like I got lucky with the games we played and we picked out because it was like 9 out of 10 times it was a 8 out of 10 plus game. And if it was bad, we just returned it and got another game, or we had to wait. But usually, like, these games would have to last a long time for me because, like, I wasn't rich. We had, some money, and we had to sacrifice a lot to get the system and then the game, and then I'm gonna pull that up too. To get the game and then they'll get the consoles, then get the games. It was a lot of saving. It took many months to just save up for the console first, and then you sacrifice your food, you sacrifice whatever you can. That was a short video by me. Let's go here. And so my point with that is like not everyone is in like a great state to just buy a new game or move to a new game. And after a while sometimes you don't want to play your older games that you've been playing and you want something new. I've been in that state for a while now. Like I would say all the way probably since like since like 2017. I've always wanted something new to play. Since I quit playing Maple Story Hardcore, right? I still have yet to find that game too. Like, I just play every single day. Now, Summoner War kind of doesn't count because I found that before 2017. So, I know Raid is kind of up there, but Raid has an issue where you need to spend money. And this is my next point is like, you have one side, which is, what's going on with this video? Um, with console and PC games where the games are just unfinished and the games are, they're either unfinished or there's not enough content in the game and the game just has, the content isn't, the content doesn't last a long time. You'll get bored of it after a lot of time. Oh yeah, that was a fun one. And then there's, you know, mobile games where it's just, it's free, but the pay to win is consistently there, and you always have to keep paying to win. Or else it's gonna be a done deal for you. And you're gonna slowly fall behind and not keep up with other people. I'm sorry, I'm watching this game. The Marvel Snap's so fun. But here's another point. I was gonna get like a console or a PS5. Let's see if I can find a picture. Well, at least for PlayStation, if you haven't heard, their PlayStation, oh yeah, I don't know why. PlayStation Plus prices are going up. And I honestly don't see a reason to get a PlayStation no more. Other than like Final Fantasy, but I might just rent out a PlayStation just to play it. It's crazy, like 80 bucks a year now. Doesn't seem like much, but like that's $30 you don't get to spend on another game or something. To try to save up for another game. And when your money is not so great, every dollar counts. And you, like, to me that's what I was trying to get to, is like, for me, the game is an investment to try to not spend money until the next game, so I can get the next game, right? So if you're going 3-4 months without any new games, and then you're able to get a new game after that, well, what happens when these games only last you like a week or a month? Or they're so bad that they don't even last. Well, now you gotta go back to the other games that you already squeezed out most, if not all, the content in. And it kind of brings me, like, it kind of goes into like MMOs, where like MMOs are like the games where you just kind of live your life in, and you can escape life from there, and you don't have to spend money. But we're even losing that, and honestly, I think we way lost that war where we try not to spend money on games. Like, you spend money to get the game, right? And then you don't have to spend any more money. Well, we lost that battle. We lost the pre-order battle. We lost so many battles about gaming that, like, I see why we lost. And then also the corporation side and this side. There's a lot to go through. I can't go over it all in one video though, but like, just try to wrap it up. Like, Raid Shadow Legends does something other mobile games don't, and that gives you like, I don't know why, but the gameplay is just super fun to do. It's just, you know, the pay to win aspects brings it down, and if you're not spending money, you can't really play the game. And when you want to play the game all the time, you can't unless you spend money. And that's why I love MMOs. You can play MMOs all you want because the content's free, or if it's like a paid subscription or like one-time buy. But more and more, like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Like, people are just changing. People are always distracted. There's other things coming into play. I don't know. Some arguments are nice, but like the dollar an hour thing to play a different game, it gets old because I play a different game and it's bad. Diablo 4. Oh, that's not so great. That went from like a 7 out of 10 to like 4 out of 10. And it kind of shows, since we're on top of Diablo 4 a little bit, that one of the devs said there's just a bunch of new people. We're working with a ton of new people where this is their first time working on a game or even playing a game. I'm just like, yikes. So they don't even know what we want to experience, which is a far cry from what it was 10, 15, 20 years ago, where you I don't know, it's just like you expect something, you get something else, and it's super amazing. I don't know. Sure, our insights back then, if, you know, may not be the best, but still, like, Skyrim. Look at Skyrim. Even though Skyrim has its own issues, it's still a fun game to play, to learn the lay of the land, to, you know, do what you want. And Starfield is just, you know, go to this planet, do these quests, do these dungeons. Oh wait, the dungeons look all the same. And then, I mean, Diablo 4 is kind of like that. Once you take away the story from Diablo 4, all you do is you do a dungeon, you do the next dungeon, you do the next dungeon, and then you do the next dungeon. Are you level 100 yet? Alright, then do more dungeons. And that's about is the gameplay doesn't truly change. Unlike Path of Exile, where you have multitudes of different experiences in Path of Exile. Sadly, nothing really good drops until you're like doing really juiced out crazy maps. But I think I kind of got off in the tangent. I did not talk about everything I want to talk about, but I think that's a good overall overarching talk about a little bit about the state of gaming, a little bit, and just what's going on in certain games. It's like how can we keep having bad games after bad games after more bad games? I guess we didn't learn our lesson with, you know, Fallout 76, so yeah. I mean, it looked really promising, but Starfield, yikes. Even Fallout 4 wasn't all that amazing. I did not enjoy that. Well, other than that, thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, check out the Patreon. Before I leave, one more thing. There is like I don't have that issue where I can't just buy games. I can buy whatever game I want, right? Now my issue is like, is this game worth buying? Will this game entertain me in ways I want to be entertained, or will it go far beyond what I want to be entertained by. And a lot of games, they don't intrigue me these days. Like a lot of games. I even got bored of Vampire Survivor type games. I'm kind of bored of because like I kind of like permanence. I don't want my thing. I don't want to like redo stuff all the time. If I get a strong weapon, I want to use that strong weapon to find another strong weapon, to fight stronger enemies, to get more EXP, to level up, to get even stronger weapons. But that's just me. And that, like the other YouTube videos, Patreon. And I'll see you guys next time. Dragon Abyss out.
どう考えても父の死は不思議なことだらけ。私は必ずその真相を突き止めなければならない。